After losing millions, Netflix are really desperate to make Meghan Markle relatable, as their CEO in this clip right here makes a new insane claim about Megsy that will make you laugh your tits off. Hint, involves a pair of $20 shoes. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because after losing millions as far as I'm concerned on the gruesome twosome, Netflix now are really desperate to try and make Meghan Markle relatable, as you'll see right here in a moment in this clip, because their CEO on Aspire with Emma Grede has made a new insane claim about Megsy that will make you laugh your tits off. Now, thanks to that one on X for sharing this clip. Yeah, let's just have a quick gander, right, at what Ted Sarandos is now claiming here about Megsy. Here we go.
I had Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, on this podcast, and she spoke a lot about the type of partnership that you've done with her, which is like outside of the show, the As Ever brand.
Well, one thing we learned early with Meghan, she has remarkable influence. Remarkable. So when we did the documentary on her and Harry, the trailer, when we ran the trailer announcing it, hundreds of people broke down every frame of the trailer. And
we note it. We're seeing this on a micro level right now.
and the $20 shoes that she got from a village that was making these shoes sold out all over the world. And the $1,500 blanket that was on the chair sold out all over the world.
That's some power. That's some influence.
She has incredible power and influence. She could put, and I think that for me, it's like, okay, well, how can we enable this to be more holistic?
Do you believe for a second, right, that Megsy would be wearing a pair of $20 shoes? Now, just as a quick side note, there's nothing wrong with a pair of $20 shoes, right? Absolutely fine. As long as they look good, they're comfortable. I'd wear a pair of $20 shoes, wouldn't you? We're talking about Megsy here, right? And when you look at the actual cost of her wardrobe on her series With Love, Meghan, I don't see a pair of $20 shoes, do you? Instead, I see a shirt, $109, Mules by Hermes, $1,308, right? Watch over $27,000, jeans $340, a sweater we got $385, a silk shirt $254, a jumper $398, a shirt from Denim Forum $99, and I'm just picking things out here, but you guys can see on the screen right here there are no shoes that she's wearing, right, that retail at $20. Sandals from Saint Laurent, $763. Walking boots from Morel, $173. A coat from Max Mara, $936. Pencil skirt, $301. I mean, I can go on and on here, but as I'm scrolling down here, this lass has expensive taste. Now, there's nothing wrong in having expensive taste if you've got the money and the means and all that lot. Fair play. But, bitch, please. Ted Sarandos trying to pull the other one, saying, yeah, Megsy wears $20 shoes. If Megsy wore $20 shoes, that shiz would be headlines all over, right? She'd be pushing that out on her People magazine, mouthpiece, and the rest of them, right? Look at me, I'm relatable. I'm wearing $20 shoes. None of that happened. So did she really wear a pair of $20 shoes? And this is why I'm saying, going around full circle, Netflix are really, really desperate now to make Meghan Markle relatable. They really, really are. Because what have I said right now over the years, yeah? Megzy has a relatable, likability and trustability issue. If people can't relate, like and trust her, people are not going to relate, like and trust what she's trying to put out to us, all right? We're not going to buy into it. Is a certain someone watching my channel right now? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend here. Because I find it extremely sus that Netflix, all of a sudden, are now trying to make Megzy relatable with this insane claim that, oh yeah, she wore a pair of $20 shoes. Yeah, bitch, please. And why are they desperate at this point to try and make Megzy relatable? Well, her As Ever range hasn't sold out. It is still active at the moment, and you can buy her shiz if you really want to. But B, they're really desperate to make Megzy relatable because her series, everything that she's put out on Netflix, apart from that documentary, has absolutely bombed. So here, Meghan Markle's hit with Blur as Netflix series fails to land in the top 300. This was her season 1, part 1 of With Love Meghan that was released at the beginning of this year. Fast forward to now, With Love Meghan season 1, part 2, as I like to call it, fails to crack the top 10 here in the UK and here in the US. But let's go further, right? Polo last year failed to make the top 10 on Netflix here in the UK and in the US, and I'm not surprised. I lost a few freaking brain cells watching that one, I tell you that right now. Heart of Invictus also failed to make the top 10 in the UK and the US. Guys, are you seeing a little bit of a pattern here? Even Live to Lead, right, that was released only a month after their mockumentary, even that failed to crack the top 10 in the UK and the US. And notice, right, how Ted Sarandos, when he's talking about Megzy and Hazard's projects for Netflix in that clip, only mentions one, the mockumentary, which is the most successful project that Megzy and Hazard have had on Netflix. He doesn't mention any of the others in that clip, does he? Why? Because as I've just shown you, the rest of the projects that Hazard and Megzy have put out onto Netflix have bombed. Why? Because they've got a relatability, likability, and trustability problem. So what's a desperate Netflix to do? Try and make Megzy relatable after losing millions on the gruesome twosome. And how does he do it? He goes on to Emma Greed's Aspire podcast and claims that Megzy wears a pair of $20 shoes. Yeah, bitch, please. Seriously, you really think we're going to believe that? Again, if she wore a pair of $20 shoes, Megzy and her team would be pushing that out into the mainstream media. Look at me, I'm relatable. I can wear a pair of $20 shoes like the rest of them, blah, 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 blah. We didn't hear that at all. We didn't hear her pushing that out, did we? And when you look at her wardrobe of to what she actually wore on her series for part 1 and part 2 of With Love Megzy, it's expensive clothing and shoes that she's wearing. Not $20 shoes. I'll tell you that right now. So, seriously, Netflix have just got to cut their losses and cut the gruesome twosome at this point. Because no matter how many times they wheel out their CEO to try and make Megzy relatable, likable, and all that lot, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work because there's information out there and evidence out there that counters what they're trying to say. Just like this example I'm showing you right now of their CEO turning around and saying, yeah, she wore a pair of $20 shoes. I see through that BS, do you? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you think CEO of Netflix turning around and saying that Megsy wears a pair of $20 shoes makes her relatable? I mean, I don't believe it for a second. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.